and welcome to Budget with Miss Kiff. I am a solo female van lifer living full-time in a micro camper van, and I'm looking to get debt-free and buy a piece of land to build my tiny home by 2027. So this is my first video that you see all this beautiful layout. I just want to thank you all for joining me today. If this is your first time here, please do subscribe. It will really help me out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up as well. And comment down below where you're checking in from. Video 1, we did all about mindset. And I thought for video 2, I'm going to show you how I'm currently planning on budgeting and cash stuffing online, and then like what's the evolution from this channel. Okay, so before we get into the nitty-gritties, okay, we're gonna go into a little abundance. I got this I actually was watching a few cash stuffing videos because I'm just obsessed at the moment. I really like the fact that one of these ladies did an affirmation. I also do oracle cards, tarot cards. That's what I do. So I was like, actually, I've got this perfect deck which is so good to have an abundant mindset. And I thought we'd do this on each video. We'll pick a card for the video and we'll take it from there. And then I've got just another affirmation. I love these because they just give you food for thought. So let's do the abundance oracle. This card. So we've got quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and focus your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. This card is coming to you now to let you know that you can improve your mind, your life, and the flow of abundance by spending quiet time alone in deep thought or meditation. Meditation is a spring cleaning for your mind, a way of tossing out all the cluttering thoughts that block manifestation. It appears that you need to be away from people for a while so that you can hear your inner voice and focus upon what's next. What is the first thought that comes to mind when you think of a retreat? This is your inner truth guiding you to take action. Even Jesus would go away from quiet retreats to replenish his energy and check in with God. So there's no need to feel guilty as you disconnect from the world. For a few minutes, hours, or days, think of it as an investment in spiritual renewal. In some cases, this card is a signal to create a quiet environment at home or work. For example, trying to play softer music, turning off your television set, or setting your telephone on silent. Do you know what? This is such a great food for thought. I personally I distract myself a lot with online videos, and that's why I turned into budgeting videos, because it just feeds my mind with a lot more focus into what I need to focus on. So I love this quiet retreat card, and I'm going to talk about the crystals in a minute as well. And manifestation is very important because visualization is a tool. If you can see it, you can manifest it. Basically, seeing is believing, as they say, and I'm a big believer of that. Something that I'm going to do on this channel is do like guided meditations or visualizations, just so that we can keep grounded in what we want to manifest in our life. I think I might do that monthly, but we'll see. Okay, so let's quickly move on to these. Just going with my gut. Okay, so I am a work in progress, but I am on the right path. That is so true. This is such a true card. I always say I'm a work in progress because I am working very hard. Okay, so now I want to bring our attention to crystals quickly. Crystals, I've got citrine, I've got tiger's eye malachite, selenite, amethyst, and lapis lazuli. I am just going to talk about citrine. Citrine helps your solar plexus, so your personal power, and it really banishes negative energy and negative limiting self-beliefs. It really puts you into a positive mind frame. So that's why I wanted to bring citrine in my budgeting videos. What is my process? So I have my binder coming, is still in delivery. I still need to make my folder, but I have done a few things in the meantime. So the first thing we need to look at is my why. So it's very important for me to know why I'm doing this all the time so that we can remember to continue to be consistent, to keep investing in ourselves. Okay, so my why: to be debt-free by 2026, to buy a house, build my own tiny eco home, buy a plot of land by 2027, to have stable income and have security with money, to be able to get a dog, and to become fully remote and work for myself. So this will be repeating every time I look at my folder because it's important. So I bought this budgeter long time ago. I have my fixed expenses and I have other bits and bobs. So let's talk about income quickly for a second. Working for myself, which I'm super proud of, and I've got a side hustle at the moment. I've got my business, Kiff Media Hub, which is business and marketing consultancy with a little bit of social media freelance work. And then I'm working my side hustles, a campsite. So this Kiff Media Hub is a monthly income at the moment, and campsite is a weekly income. And then I'm currently working on extra hustles to increase my money because I looked at my salary. So if you look at this, what's important here is work on more income for August. So that's very important to me. And this is why I'm doing all of this, because it helps really for you to see what's your income, what can you do and what are you limited to. And for me, I get very triggered very quickly if I mess up and if I don't stick to the budget. What I'll do is I've got this digitally as well, but I've written it down for the video because there was too much glare. But what happens is I'll get my income from July. So this as soon as the income comes in this week, I will transfer money for my DVLA because I'm only in a van. My fixed expenses are van tax, van insurance, that's it, and my business expenses. But this is obviously your phone, internet, all that good stuff. But this is my debts that I have to, that's fixed as well. So I'm currently paying very minimal on my debts. But yeah, I've actually want to do a video about just debts. We've got two little folders here. And once my envelope comes, my folder, my binder, I'll be putting them in sections, etc., etc. But for now, I've got a priority savings and I've got wishful thinking saving challenges. Okay, and I've decided to split them into two groups because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing every 3 months. I'm going to be planning ahead to identify what my priorities are, and then I'm going to make sure that I have got all the challenges available, and then I'm going to then put them in a binder and tick them off as I go. So that's exactly what I did here today. So we're just going to go through what I have planned. So I made these little challenges for myself. I am going to be opening an Etsy store. So if you want to get these, they're only available on digital print at the moment, but they're pretty cool. And if you want a hard copy, they will be coming soon. So I'm actually just saving up for my Etsy store and for we're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so the first one I've got is sinking fund, and if you go on the back, there should be a note. So I'm going to be using my saving challenges alongside my digital accounts. Why? Because they've got interest rates. So my digital saver with NatWest has a 6% interest rate, 6.1%, I think. There's a Yorkshire Building Society account that's got 4.25%. And then they've got another one that is 5% and 4.25%, something like that. And another one of 3.45%. And then Revolut has also Volt, which has a 2.7%, I think, interest rate. And this is where the savings are going to occur. What I love about having Yorkshire Building Society account is that it is in my it's out of sight, out of mind. Honestly, I don't ever check the app because I don't need to unless I'm actually transferring money into the account or taking money out. But I never, ever, ever look at that account. So for me, that's something great. The digital saver account, yes, I see it. However, I have been really good. I don't draw. I have been practicing not to withdraw from that account. And I need it to be instant in my face unless if there was like a bill that I forgot about that I just have to quickly transfer, because that's why it's called a sinking fund for a reason. So the first saving challenge is I want to be able to be 3 months in advance. Okay. It has to be £1,200 is the minimum that I need to save. So that's the long-term goal. Okay, but for this, the first challenge, we like to keep it small and then we can invest back into that bigger pot. So I will be having like, okay, this is the sinking fund challenge, and then there will be a bigger thing. So I will relook at this again when it comes to getting my folders. But I just actually I've got already in my sinking fund, I do actually have 125. So we can actually color this in at the moment. I have 125 already in the bank. So what I will do is we'll do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've already got £125 in my sinking fund. And I really, really am proud of that, because the reason with being self-employed, you'll end up getting bills being transferred at later days. And I know that there will be 3 months where I will not have, basically, I just need to be in a contingency plan. I don't want to ever be in a position where I don't have money to transfer. So the bigger goal is 1,200, but we're going to start 400 and make our way up. It's just easier that way until I build my income bigger. So this is very much low budget vibes. From my monthly salary will be coming into this account. So that's great. So we'll look at this again when I actually get money coming in. We'll do the whole transfer live on this channel. Okay, then van mechanics. Okay, so my van needs to have this needs a full service, my van, and I actually want to go traveling with this van. So I know in September when I go back to Wales, I will need to put my van in, and usually it's about £500, the mechanics that I usually spend. But this is just obviously saving, not just for then, but for later down the line. So my main goal is I want to save £300 at the moment, but I am going to top it up with extra. So my monthly income will come in here, and then any top-ups will come in here as well. So that's what's important. So my business actually has £25 sinking fund as well. So this is all business expense. I'll color this in properly when I'm off camera. So I've got £25 in my savings account, in my sinking fund account for my business, just to cover expenses should anything delay. Okay, so I actually haven't got a house tracker yet. Oops. I need like £1,000 house tracker. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, I need to start saving for my first, in order to open a Yorkshire Building Society account that is a fixed rate for a year. You have to have £1,000. So my first challenge for my house is going to be a £1,000. So let's actually put on here house. Okay. So I have already £40 in. Do I have? No, I don't have any money in the I thought I put money in, but I didn't actually. I put it in my South African account. Okay, so this will be filled in as soon as we get paid, which is great. So that is the house, which is important. And then we've got the travel. So I was looking at flights, thank goodness, for my sister. I need to be able to pay like £900 up front for a flight, and they're only going to go up. So I need to put all my energy into this. So at the moment, I have basically £1,000 for flight, £1,000 for spending money, and then any extra that I can work towards. I've got 6 months to save for this. So for me, this is the biggest thing for 2023 is going to South Africa, visiting my family, and making sure that I can have quality time, because I haven't been to South Africa in 2 years. I have already £100 in. I just need to check that actually. Okay, so I've actually just found that I have £50 in my van mechanics, so we'll just mark that off, and I've got £1,000, which will be, £100, which will be for the spending, which kind of messed that up, but it's okay. So I've got £100, so we're gonna do color in the 20s. Let's choose a different color. Let's choose yellow. So I'm just going to mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty cool. That's amazing. South Africa is on its way, and when I start to actually save this month, I need to add into this flight book savings. So the other one you can't withdraw until November, which is great for saving money. That's why I'm doing it online. You can't touch it at all. You can't even transfer money. Okay, so van mechanics, because I thought I had put £50 away, because it's so important that I actually save it. So we're gonna do 12 plus an 8 and 11 plus a 9. I don't know why I'm starting so low. And then so that's 40, and I need 50. So a nice 10. Okay, so I'm really happy with that as well. So we have £50 for our van mechanics. So yeah, it's so important that this is my utmost important saving part. These are the saving challenges that need money all the time. Any top-ups, anything like this is what's important. Oh, just to show you here, just before we carry on, we've got travel. There is a minimum of £111 that needs to be saved per week, and they will be split into 2 groups that will be paid into the different accounts. That's the goal over there. So coming into the next priority, so what I like to do is I like to go in, okay, what's happening in August, what's happening in September, what's happening in October. For the month of September, because of this next salary, I need to understand my sister's coming to visit, and my nieces and nephew, and I want to actually make sure that I've got money to spend for that week. I want to maybe go to the coast, buy my sister a bottle of wine for me and her, maybe a bottle of Prosecco, just like splurge out a bit that weekend. So I've put in a little savings challenge here of £300. So at the back I make notes. So £100 I'll transfer from my monthly salary, and then top up week by week, side hustle, £50 per week is the goal. This is really ambitious, to be honest, but I am working towards making extra income this August. So hopefully I can really pump up this the savings. So we'll check it out. Then the next aspect is this one. So I watched this thing called Save 10% of Your Salary. Now, I'm going to do myself a 10% challenge, but we're going to split it up into 4%, and we're going to split it up into, we're going to split it into 4%, and we're going to split it into 6%. So, I want to be debt-free, and this is going to be, so when I get my salary, I'm going to half it. Well, I'm going to put £300 into sinking fund, and then from the rest over that, I'm going to calculate 10%, and then I'm going to split it into two pots. 4% becomes just savings for the sake of it. I haven't distributed it. That just becomes like an extra little pot. Then the debt side is 6% in order to start paying off debt. So I've got actually a O2 account. I looked at some of my debt that has literally only about £54 to finish. So my savings challenge is quite small. It's going to be £50, and we're going to do 6% of the monthly salary and 6% of the week by week. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into these little saving challenges and see what I can pay off completely and then close. So that's really cool. I'm really excited for the saving challenge. This is going to be really, really awesome, and I'm just going to put this in my bank account. So for instance, something big like, okay, South Africa coming up, if I realized actually I needed a bit of a top up in that travel, I'll put some of this money in there. And then if I wanted to, so this acts like another emergency saving pot, just for something that I will not have any pressure to qualify what pot it goes to. I'll just make sure I keep track of it on a digital tracker, and I will also have my binder so I can always go back to see how much it is and if I've withdrawn any money, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm really excited for this challenge. It's a 10% of your salary saving challenge, 6% towards debt, and 4% towards yourself. The next one is really, really cool. So we've got £100 saving challenge for budget with Miss Kiff, Etsy, and binders. So as I've said before, I really, really, really want to, if I want to make more challenges digitally, print them, get them all nice and brilliant design so that I can start to sell them to you and myself. So anybody that's in the same position, you've got it to hand. But I'm someone that likes to have things look aesthetically pleasing. But I wanted to really get these videos out. So everybody, you start what you have. And I made these actually saving challenges back in May, and it's now July, and I'm finally getting to around this. So I need to buy printer, laminator, all those good stuff. My whole goal for myself is I want to save and then buy. I want to stop the impulsivity. I want to be like, okay, let me make a list of what I actually want. Then I will go, okay, cool. Do I have it in my budget this month to put towards it? Or can I use that 4% to treat myself for something? So it's really about prioritizing and planning to save. And this is why we're on this channel. Okay, then the next thing is my van build. So these two This is a priority because it's going to help with my income. And this one is going to be in priority. There's no time frame, but there is. So ideally, I'd like to save this 300 by September because I need to finish my van, which is just like little things like a shelf, like a sink, and the floor. I need to finish laminating and a headboard. It's nothing major, but it's really, really important for me to finish this so that I can travel comfortably, and also my van could be a little bit more warmer in the winter. But it's not a priority, but it's something I would like to do by September. So that's the priority. And if for any reason I am super witty with my money and I make more money and things come in, I can then start to look at Christmas presents for my sister and the kids, diesel for road trips, birthday presents. To be honest with you, I need to start saving that, but it won't be from this month. It will be later on, like a spa and a pamper session. I really want to spend more towards my health, a retreat for myself. So yeah, clothes, a laptop eventually. These will definitely come into play. We'll talk about that in another video. Scotland, I would love to go in October, but South Africa is looking like it's going to be massive, and especially I want to get all these other saving things going. This is going to be a question mark. I might move Scotland till next year. I might only make it to the Lake District or the Peak District, but I'll plan a mini little holiday. So I'll start saving for this, but whatever money comes up, it will come up. I'm not gonna, and it also depends on my van. So then we've got the van trip as well in France. This is what I would love to do. Because it's cold here in England, and I would love to go to France next year, March and April. So hopefully. But yeah, so that's kind of like just to show you, if I think of like a saving challenge or something I want to work towards, I feel like by me saving, putting the challenges is really good for, it's just motivating. People might do their saving challenges differently, but I like to do mine for specific reasons. And then we've got so I did briefly talk about Revolut and Hyperjar. So Hyperjar I've recently discovered, which I will go into in another video. We will transfer the money. This is my budget at the moment for this August. We've got food, eating out, diesel, laundry, household parts, self-care, beauty, and yeah. So these are what I'll be putting into Revolut. Okay, 3/4 of it will go into Revolut, and then a 1/4 will go into Hyperjar. So Hyperjar will act as, I will start paying as a prepaid MasterCard. So I'll pay for that. And then what will happen is from that pot, it will, like any leftover coins, I can transfer into different other pots. So I still haven't decided exactly. I'm just going to call it like surplus food, surplus eating out, surplus diesel, surplus laundry, and start like saving from those pots. I think once it gets into the certain threshold with Hyperjar, I'm going to transfer it back into Revolut as a savings part because of the interest rates. So again, I'm saving digitally because of the interest rates. It's very important for me, and everything goes buys online. There's another thing. I'm going to be looking at cashback. I've downloaded an app called Top Cashback. And if you want to register yourself, it's you get £10 if you register through my link. I'll link it down below. But I will be looking at cashback for how I can spend and optimize my money. So sometimes you can buy diesel, you like Sainsbury's, if you buy a gift card, via Sainsbury's or something, you can get like a cashback, and then I can rather pay with a gift card my diesel rather than just paying with my card. Or sometimes Revolut has a cashback option of so much percentage, and you have to pay through the Revolut card app. So that's why I said Hyperjar and Revolut will work together to do certain things. And yeah, so I'm gonna test this out and give you my feedback for August. What cashback opportunities have I found? And then you'll get to know as well. But I'm new to this just as much as you are, so we can learn together. Okay, so I hope that video wasn't too long. That's kind of it. The type of videos we'll be getting is I'll be having my monthly cash stuffing, I'll be having my weekly cash stuffing, then we'll do a rollover. What didn't I spend for that week? What can I what am I putting into a different pot? Then we're going to look at also budgeting for the next month. Do we need to adjust anything? Work out on our side hustle section. This is why I really want to create my own budget planner by tackling income, side hustles, and debt. What does that all look like? What are the goals? How can we move forward? Which is really, really cool. So yeah, hope you really liked this video. If you stay till the end, can you please leave me a little van emoji in the comments, and we'll see you hopefully in the next few days for more videos. Until next time, bye bye.